Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a review and a swatch video all on the new Colourpop palette. We are going to be looking at the Colourpop I Think I Love You palette. So before we get jumping into this video, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, you guys know what to do. Make sure to subscribe down below. That would mean so much to me because then you guys can be a part of my family. And if you guys want to follow me on social media, I do post a lot there too. You guys can follow me at StepsBeauty05 for all social media handles. But let's get diving into this palette because we have a lot to talk about. I'm going to do swatches for you guys. I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts and let you guys know whether or not I think you need to dive into this palette. So let's get started. Here's what the palette will come in. It's got the same exact packaging as the actual palette itself. It's got this rose gold to it, and then it says I Think I Love You on the front, and then Colourpop on the back. When you flip it over, you are going to see what these shadows and names are on the palette, but you can disregard this box because on the back side of the palette, it also has the names. What it retails for is $16 and you get a total of 12 shadows. So once you open up the palette, here is what the palette looks like. Just looking at it, when I first looked at the palette, I noticed that there are a mixture of mattes and metallic shades in here, but a majority of this palette is metallic based. I did order mine the day that it launched, which I believe was on the 7th, I want to say, and then I got a shipment confirmation on the 15th, so about a week or so in processing, and then I just got mine a couple days ago, so it took about almost 2 weeks to get everything. I do feel like with some of the other Colourpop items that I've received though, I feel like sometimes it takes a little long to get your stuff from them, so that is kind of a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. I'm going to go through the swatches with you guys. We're going to go through everything. I'm going to show you how they perform, and then we're going to talk about this palette. So let's get diving into the swatches.
So starting with the first row, we have Bitter Better, which is a metallic soft gold. Then we have Bel Air, which is a matte cool taupe. After that, we have Fancy Face, which is a metallic, a bright red copper. Then we have Girls Bite, which is a metallic golden bronze. The second row, we have Howdy, which is a red bronze. Then we have Rowdy, which is described as a matte warm ivory. Then we have My Treat, which is a champagne ivory. Then we have Level Up, which is a metallic bright penny copper as described. Then we have Screw It, which is a soft rose gold. Let's Do It, which is a true black. Then we have Rule Breaker, which is a metallic bright yellow gold. And then lastly, we have My Type, which is that deep saddle chocolatey brown.
I do own their pressed shadows, a few of their single shadows, as well as some of the other ones that come in the pot version. I'm not a fan of the ones that come in the white pot. The formula for me has just never worked out. I've never been able to blend them out correctly, and I hate the idea that I had to use my fingers because I am somebody that wears nails, and I find that to be very difficult to work with. So I never really purchased anything. I do own a few of them, but I've never really used them. I've given them away just because I hate the formula. But when they came out with their pressed shadows, I decided to jump onto it, and I've absolutely loved their pressed shadows. I think they perform just as good as some of the higher end brands, and you get them for a fraction of the cost. When it comes to palettes and Colourpop, I think that they are priced significantly low for the quality of it, which is amazing for anybody that wants to get a nice, decent shadow. But I almost feel like they could charge a little bit more and I still would pay for the price of it because the quality is really good. I personally bought it because I wanted more metallic shades, and I really liked the way that the Colourpop shadows performed. I was hoping that it would turn out to be the exact same, and I feel like they scored completely with this palette. I'm really impressed with it. I also do wish that they would have added a mirror. I mean, it would have been nice. I understand for the price point they probably threw out the mirror for that, but I don't know. I think I would have preferred to have a mirror in the palette, and I feel like I wish that they would have added a couple more matte shadows to this palette. But if you own other palettes, you can definitely dive into another palette and pick up any other color you need. But if you're looking for a kind of one-on-one palette just to kind of go to, this is definitely going to be something where you're just going to be able to create bronzy, neutral looks. You're not going to really get any sort of pop of color because really this is the only pop of color you have in here. But I do also like that you can use this palette as a eyeshadow palette and as a highlighter palette. Let me show you guys. I have Fenty Beauty on as a highlight right now, but I honestly saw this shadow right here, this Rowdy one, and I instantly was like, oh my goodness, this would be a great highlight shadow. Like, look at that. Like that just intensifies this shadow. Definitely a good neutral palette with lots of great metallic shadows. If you like those metallic finishes for the lid, you're definitely gonna like this palette. If you guys are able to get your hands on it, I definitely would, because I feel like the price point is right there. And if you own any other Colourpop shadows or singles or palettes, this is very much just like the other ones. So definitely a big thumbs up. If you guys want to see this eye look, it's gonna come up next after this review. So definitely keep an eye out for that. I'll have it linked down below once it airs. Make sure to subscribe before you guys head out. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. I hope to see you guys all in my next video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.